It's time to talk about the Natty. Yes, sir, man. It is here, man. Obviously, we got Florida versus Houston, man. A great matchup. I know a lot of people wanted Florida Duke, but let's break it down. What's going to be the important things in this matchup? We've got a couple pundits who believe Walter M.F. Clayton Jr., Baby Steph, is on a historic run. As y'all can see right here, they are comparing him to a Kemba Walker type of run. Interesting. Do y'all agree? Obviously, he led them to a national championship. Obviously, the first player since Larry Bird to score over 30 points in the Elite Eight in the Final Four in his recent game. 11 for 18, 5 of 8 from 3. Absolutely filling it up. Them boys at Auburn had no answer for him, man. He was absolutely cooking them boys, man. So he's obviously a big player in this matchup. But there is a couple X factors we have to watch out for. All right, so we start with the Florida Gators, right? The X factors in this one, because you know one thing that Houston likes to do is they like to take away your best player, right? Now, Cooper Flag in the last game still balled out, 27.7 rebounds, 3 blocks, did his thing. But they're going to be keyed in on Walter Clayton Jr., and that's why Houston came back in that game, right? They keyed in on those guards, and those guards had no answers. They was turning over the basketball, and they're going to apply ball pressure, and obviously they're going to make it tough for you to get into your zone and get into your rhythm, right? So that's going to be a key point in this one to watch for. So I look at Elijah Martin, who had a nasty. Oh, my Lord. This one right here was one that I would put this on a poster frame. I would frame this. Dog, this was so nasty in this game and such a momentum shift that put them up 3 late in that game. Absolutely nasty. But he is going to be a key X factor in this one because he can score the basketball at a high level as well. Very underrated, really good defender. And like I said, when they key in on Walter Clayton Jr., he's going to have to hit buckets. Next one, I'm rolling with a very underrated player, but Will Richard. Last game only had 7 points, 3 steals, but he's averaging the third most on the team at 13.2 per game and 1.6 steals. His defensive prowess is going to be very important in this one. And so now guys like Emmanuel Sharp and LJ Cryer. If he can have a disruptive game and he has, I think, 3 or more steals, Florida has a good chance to win this game. And obviously, last but not least, you have to start with the big man. Alex Condon and Thomas Hall, they're going to have good games for Florida, right? Hall nearly averaging 10 points per game, Condon with 10.5, 7.6 rebounds, 6.2. Now, Hall is important because he comes off the bench, right? And you're going to need him to come in and be able to give you good minutes, right? The points off the bench is very important. And he's going to have to be able to rebound the basketball at a high level. I'm going to tell you more about that when I break down Houston. But he's going to be an important factor. If you're Florida, you have to win the rebounding advantage. If not, you saw what happened to Duke, you could potentially lose this game. Those are going to be the important factors, humbly, in my opinion, in this one. And Chinyewelu is another one to watch out for Florida. Big guy, can rebound the basketball, be a rim protector, and finish around the rim. He's going to have to give good minutes in this game as well. And as y'all can see, per ESPN matchup or ESPN BPI predictor via their analytics, Houston is favored by 65.4 to 34.6. A little bit of a surprise. I thought Florida would have been favored in this one. But they're rolling with, obviously, Houston Cougars, and they believe they're a favorite. So that's my thoughts on Florida, what they need to do in order to win this game. Put ball pressure, be disruptive, get out in transition, get a good bench presence in this one. If they hone in on Walter Clayton Jr., you got to get scoring outside of him, and your bigs have to beat their bigs. It's going to be very important and win the rebounding battle in this component if you want to come out and win. Time to break down Houston now. Let me give a shout out, obviously, to LJ Cryer. He's been having a great year. He went off in the game against Duke, man, dropping 25-plus points in that one, 5 of 9 from 3. He was very efficient with his touches. He's going to be a player that they're going to have to be able to slow down Florida if they want to win this game. Cryer can fill it up, and if he gets hot and going, look out. He is that good, right? And then they also have Emmanuel Sharp. Emmanuel Sharp in that game, man, that big three-pointer, sidestep Cooper Flag, knocked it down with range. Yo, he's another X factor. Didn't even have his best game, right? Wasn't the most efficient scoring-wise, but another guy that can score at a high level. And then we didn't even talk about Uzan. Uzan almost is like an afterthought because he didn't even have a good game either. But he's a guy that starts for them. Is another big part that obviously Florida cannot forget about in this game and have to be able to slow him. But the true X factor is going to be on the glass, right? I look at Jawan Roberts and what he can do this season, 6.5 rebounds per game. He's averaging 10.7. Not shooting the best from the free throw line, but what I like about his game is that when it came down in the clutch, he hit them clutch free throws, man. I think he's a pretty good, stout defender, so it's going to be tough for them to bang with him down low, but he's going to be the X factor with his offensive rebounding ability and defensive rebounding as well, and ability to put the ball on the floor and score. If you're Florida and you're Alex Condon and you're Thomas Hall, you have to make him try to be a jump shooter. That is your best bet. One I want to point out that had a really good game is Tugler. That guy there is an energizer bunny. Only averaging 5.9 rebounds, but you go look at the tournament and what he's been able to do. He is relentless. He stays on the glass. He rebounds at a high level. He defends. Like I said, he was one of the sole reasons why they got back into this game and was able to win. Just his tenacity, intensity, and always crashing the glass. That was key for Houston in this game. So he's going to be one they have to box out. And I thought Duke will win that matchup with Malawatch, Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Brown, he had the bigs to do it. But Florida, you're going to have to make sure you box out, get the boards. Your guards going to have to rebound at a high level. That's another underrated part of Florida that people don't talk about. Their guards can rebound the basketball, and Will Richard and obviously Elijah Martin. There y'all have it, man. That is my thoughts, man. Those are my kind of X factors in this game, and who's going to really matter when it's said and done. And if you're Houston, you're a scrappy team, right? You'd like to put the ball on the floor. You know what I'm saying? You'd like to hustle. That's why you are here, you know what I'm saying? And I think they've gotten better and better. And they got one of the best coaches. No one talks about Kelvin Sampson, but he recruits from within. And when I say that, just so far as his coaching staff, he don't go out and hire other people. He develops. He's a great developer of talent. And you're seeing that. So the second half is going to be important because the first half, you're just like filling each other out, seeing how it goes. Who is going to adjust in game the best in this one? Who is going to adjust the best? That is critical in this game. And Sampson was the one that adjusted the best in the second half, which gave Duke fits and problems, right? So can obviously Todd Golden be able to do that, as a very young basketball coach compared to a veteran coach who's been here, done that? That's going to be another matchup to kind of watch out for. The coaching battle, who adjusts, who puts the team in the best situations, matchups, all that stuff is going to be very important. Nonetheless, man, I'm going with the Florida Gators. I've been high on them. I said I thought they was going to win a title this year. Very good basketball team. I think they have everything. I think they have what it takes to win. And I think they have what it takes to come out on top. So I'm rolling with the Florida Gators, man. Close game. I think I have them winning by 5. Florida captures another title. First one under Todd Golden and cements their status as a top team in the nation. They already are, but as the top team in the nation, man. Winning a national championship, man, and beating a really good Houston team who's been there, done that, got into the Final Four, came up just a little bit short. I got Walt Clayton Jr. I got him going on for 25+. I got Elijah Martin dropping in 15. Will Richard dropping in 15. Thomas Howell with a double-double. And then Alex Connor with a double-double. That is my thoughts. I could be wrong, but comment down below. Who you taking tonight? Are you going with me and you taking the Florida Gators and Walter M.F. Clayton Jr., a.k.a. Baby Steph? Or are you rolling with the Houston Cougars, L.J. Cryer, Gerard Roberts, and obviously Tugler? Let me know down in the comments, man.